Storytime with Mr. B, the short story series. A Yorkshire lad on his jollies. There was this Yorkshire lad on his jollies. He was having a fabulous time. He sat there on his sunbed, drinking a soda with lime. He sat there feeling he'd earned it, for he'd spent a fair penny, you see. He'd flown away to this country for a cheeky week or three. But now he was becoming restless. He felt the need inside for something hot and milky, so he got up and he sighed. For he didn't have his tea bags. He'd lost them on the way. And there's only one brand that he'd like. The rest didn't hold much sway. It was, of course, a Yorkshire tea, and he missed it through and through. Where it had gone, he didn't know. He didn't have a clue. He'd packed it in his luggage as he headed for Terminal 2, and when he finally landed, he checked whilst in the queue. But by gum disaster, his tea bags weren't to be seen. Somebody must have took 'em, somebody cruel and mean. He looked around for a saviour, for there were other folk like he, who called the Yorkshire Dales their home and were on holiday by the sea. Yorkshire folk are good like this. They can see a man in bother, and they've always got a spare bag or two in case they need to offer. He wandered to a nice young lass with a white rose on her arm and asked if she had a spare tea bag while putting on some charm. She said, "Of course I have tea bags, and I'll share them if I please, but there's one thing you will have to do if my generosity you wish to appease." He said, "Of course," with a bow, and then added with a grin, "What is the thing you wish of me for the tea bag I wish to win?" She asked, "Can you fix this sun lounger? I've been sat here for a week, and every time I move it, it lets out a long, loud squeak." The lad sat and thought for a moment, and duct tape came to mind, but he couldn't find his trusty roll and must have left it behind. So instead he tried some sunscreen, applied it to the joints. It had the effect he'd hoped for and scored him some brownie points. The lass was so very grateful, and she went and made him tea. And they took their mugs down to the beach and drank them by the sea. Now isn't that a lovely tale? I know it better than any other, for I was that Yorkshire lad, you see, and this is how I met your mother. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Today's stories were written and drawn by me. This is Hunter, I'm Mr. B. Thank you very much, we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.